Hi everyone, welcome to the online class. I am Mukesh Upadhyay. Today I am going to explain the next part of rule of constitution of standard 8, that is civics chapter 1. And now I am going to explain laws and dissent. So first, you know the meaning about laws. Laws, that means rules, and the law is made by the government through discussions and debates in the parliament on central level as well as the state level. A state can be formed a law in secretariat, and a national government can be formed a law in a parliament. Dissent. What is dissent? Dissent is the agreement or satisfaction or disagreement and dissatisfaction by the people on certain circumstances. Just suppose if a government form a law, generally it is for the welfare of people. If the people is not satisfied, then the people show their dissent against the law. Understand? Against the law. Generally, people try to show their dissatisfaction through showing the agitation on the roads, try to stop roadways. Okay, this kind of dissatisfaction is also a part of what? Dissent. That means the ideology of the people towards a law, either it is favorable or not favorable. It all depends on the law or kind of laws, how it affects the life of the people. Understand? If you have book, then you can see that the law and dissent are categorized in two ways: constructive dissent and destructive dissent. Okay, so dissent have two parts: constructive, everyone know that, constructive, and destructive. So destructive, that means losses, demolish, exploited, and constructive, that means you show their agitation through a peaceful manner. In an example, if a university passed a law or a resolution in the favor of the students, but the student are not satisfied for this kind of law, then they show their agitation, okay, in a peaceful and harmonious manner through disturbing the class, boycotting the curriculum activities, breaking chairs, something, etc., etc. This is the kind of constructive dissent. But destructive dissent, you have to know about that. Sometimes people come on the road and they burned many of the government institutional, many of the government, like buses, trains, and sometimes it becomes violent. So this kind of dissent is destructive dissent. So a government has to think about that. What kind of law it has to make for the welfare of the people, but people, may show their dissent on different circumstances. Okay, there is a story about salt satyagraha 1930. Everyone know that salt satyagraha 1930. Okay, that means it was also called Dandi March. Also called Dandi March, led by Mahatma Gandhi. Led by Mahatma Gandhi. Why? Because it was an exploitive law. An exploitive law. Why exploitive? Because you all know that salt is a very important commodity which is very useful either for rich or for poor. During the time of Salt March, Gandhiji sent a letter to Lord Irving to think about that, because these commodities is very less costlier at that time or at present also, and you imposing the taxes on salt. That's why Gandhiji started the struggle with his 78 trusted volunteers from Sabarmati Ashram to the Dandi. It was 240 miles distance that covered in 24 days, and on 6 April, Gandhiji reached the Dandi coast and break the salt law through boiling sea-water. Now, it was a huge movement and successful movement showing a dissent by the citizen of India in the favor of Gandhiji's ideology. That's why it was the part of civil disobedience movement. In the standard 10th, you will read more briefly about civil disobedience movement and non-cooperation movement. Okay, but the exploitive nature of the colonial rule shows the creation of Salt March. So it was a dissent by the people against the government law. Okay, so dissent to reservation in Indian independent India. So it was also a very discussing matter, reservation. When you come in the 9th class and when you see a Mandal Commission, okay, that was 19th Commission, okay, or it was held in 1979. Former Chief Justice, okay, B.P. Mandal Sahab. B.P. Mandal Sahab, search and collected information about the caste or caste system representation in India to the compare of entire population. So Mandal Sahab has recognized that the OBC or backward classes or scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, they have almost 50% of entire population. So he suggested SCs and STs must provide at least 27% of reservation. Before that, there was no place of reservation in Indian history. Okay, at that time, it was an stable central government in India, and now 1989 there was a general election led by Janata Dal, and BP Singh at the moment became the Prime Minister, and he decided to introduce reservation for the SCs and STs, and this led to the huge violence in entire India as compared to the general caste and scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, and many of the students have died, have burned their life. Now the case filed in Supreme Court, Indra Sahni versus government, fight against each other, and finally Supreme Court has recommended that it must be 27% reservation provided to the scheduled tribe. So it was also a dissent shown by the people of India, and now till that today the reservation, I think 49% reservation given to SC, STs and OBCs at the moment, and it was also a very discussing matter because the reservation is provided at the moment on the basis of caste. But Baba Sahib Ambedkar had recognized that the reservations should be given on the basis of economic level. Understand? Economic level, not the caste level. A person who is very rich, a person who is very high level post is also liable to take the benefits of reservation. That is not good. It should be provided to the person who belongs to the poor level of the society. Understand? So, at the moment, 27% reservation provided by Mandal Commission now reached up to the 49.5%, and as you know that BPC, Janata Dal, organized or introduced this law, and today it is working as usual. Sometimes it is discussing by some of the leaders, by the students, why each and every person should take this kind of benefits. Only such persons should take the benefits who really come under poverty level. Understand? So I hope you read the chapter and one by one, line wise, you just study, and I will send you a question later. Thank you very much.